Hey guys, thanks for joining me once again. Today I've got some big news for you about Titanfall. Xbox UK put out a tweet saying, stand by for private matches, party colours and a host of other updates coming to #Titanfall. I followed the little link in their tweet and I was pleasantly surprised. It really looks like Respawn are starting to listen to the community and starting to implement some of the features that people have asked for, like private matches. There's been some weapon balance changes, and they've also given us a roadmap as to what's coming up in future updates. So, you know, they do care, they do want to show that they're listening to us, and that you know, some features might not have come out in this patch, but they're working on it. It's going to be out there in the future. So I wanted to just go through a few key points of the patch notes that they've put out. So starting with the private match, it's in beta stage at the moment, and the notes say that this is the first public test of our new private match mode. This gives you a way to organise matches with and against your friends for casual or tournament play. Some features are unfinished or not yet implemented, and we welcome your feedback. A few highlights. Private match supports 2 to 12 players, with 1 to 6 players on each team. We've grown to accept the 6v6 matches, some of us more than others. I happen to think that it's perfectly balanced. So moving on to the next point. You can start a new private match lobby by choosing it on the main selection screen alongside campaign, multiplayer and training. Invite your friends in or have them join you at any time. You can choose any of the game maps or modes, so capture the flag, pilot, hunter, etc. to play in. You can choose which team you're on, so as long as there's availability on the other side, you can switch between teams if you wish. Now, there is one bit of a kicker here, and that's there is no XP gain, challenge progress, or achievement unlocking while in a private match. For this beta, the last game summary screen will display what you will have earned in a normal play outside of private match, but we are aware that this progress will not be recorded in your lifetime total. A pretty bold move by Respawn. It seems like they're limiting what boosters can do to exploit private matches, at least for the time being. It seems a shame that people who want to play the game honestly have to miss out, you know, just because a few people who boost to get some of those harder challenges or harder achievements, but hey ho, we'll see what the future brings. For this beta, there's no concept of a lobby leader. Any player can change the game options in the lobby or start or stop the match countdown. They have stated for this beta, so I'm hoping that these features will come in future. Otherwise, it could open the door for trolls just going into a lobby and messing around with people's settings and just kind of ruin the game for everybody. Also, all private match games are still played on dedicated servers via Xbox Live Cloud Compute, just like normal matches. So what Respawn have done here is eliminated any kind of host advantage. They hint at there being a lobby leader in the future who will be able to set up the matches, set the game modes, the maps, etc. But they won't have the host advantage of the superior ping rate. The last point for private matches is new options like round time, score limits and much more will come in future updates. Moving on to some of the heads-up display changes. Respawn have introduced party colours, so any friendlies that are in the same party as you will show up as green on the map instead of blue, so it'll be easier to pick them out and the Titans as your team speaking to each other, you know, strategizing, whatever you guys talk about, I don't know. You might just be talking about the weather, but you want to know where a friendly Titan is and say, hey guy in the Titan, look up. Angel City's beautiful today. Your auto Titan colour in the Obituary has also been changed, so it's the same gold colour as when you make a kill as a pilot. Previously it was blue like your other friendlies, but now they've changed it to gold. Another welcome addition. And now a couple of changes that I can actually show you an example of. I've already downloaded the patch, it was only 88 megabytes. Impressive work, you know, much better than the gigabytes and gigabytes every time I update Battlefield 4. Good things come in small packages, you know. That's what I'll tell the future Mrs. Clarkside, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, before that gets any more awkward, moving on. Menu changes. Play multiplayer is now the default top option on the private lobby menu. If you've completed both the IMC and Militia campaigns, it's also been renamed from Play Classic, since the term Classic, which we used internally, provided to be confusing to some players. I've got nothing to add to that, seems like a logical update. Game version on main menu. The main menu now displays the game version in the top left corner. Now you don't have to wonder if you really do have the latest version of the game, and we can use that to double check things if support is helping you troubleshoot issues. And now for a feature that's relevant to myself and all other Xbox One users, the Party App shortcut in menus. Added a shortcut on all menus that opens the Xbox One's Party App by pressing left trigger on the controller. Well done Respawn, you're doing something that Microsoft should be doing, making it easier to get into that all-important Party App. Good for you. Good for you. Similar to the existing right trigger shortcut that invites friends. You can press B to close it when you're done, or leave it up. Now they even put a cheeky little thing in brackets here just to rub it in some more, saying, this is much easier than the manual method of going to the home screen, opening My Games and Apps, selecting Apps, scrolling a few screens over to that Party App and opening it. I thought Respawn and Microsoft were in bed together, but now it just seems like these guys are trolling them. And now onto some of the game balance changes. I'm going to pick up my pace a little bit here. I might be glossing over some stuff because we're already about 6 minutes in, and you know, I just don't want to keep waffling on. So, the Gooser Challenge. This is something that you need to complete on Gen 5. You had to kill 50 ejecting pilots whilst they're still airborne. They've reduced that to 5 now. Should make it easier for people out there who are really trying to smash out those generations. The 44mm magazine capacity for default and extended mag has been changed. They recognise that the 44mm was a bit too overpowered, so that's now been reduced from 20 rounds per magazine to 12 rounds, or if you've got extended mags, that's now dropped from 25 down to 16. Okay, they've made sure that this is just to keep it in line with other weapons in the game. Now the Titan quad rocket mag size has received a buff, so before it was 4 default, 5 with extended mags, it's now 5 default and 6 with extended mags. They've also increased the damage against Titan shields. So now with one mag you'll be able to take out an entire Titan shield without having to reload. The rapid fire mode is also receiving a buff for the quad rocket. So before you had 16 shots, now it's increased to 18. I'm looking forward to these changes. Well, I've already got the update, but I'm looking forward to getting into some games and just seeing how much deadlier this quad rocket is now, because I've been grinding out some of those challenges to progress from Gen 4 to Gen 5, so you know, that will just sweeten the deal for me. I should be able to get those challenges done any day soon. The Amped Kraber burn card has also received a significant buff. This is only going to be against Titans, but they've increased the damage from 100 to 800. That is crazy. I've always discarded the Amped Kraber because I've kind of seen it as being a little bit pointless. I'm just not a sniping kind of guy, but with this change, I'm going to be holding on to those burn cards. I'm going to give in that bad boy a go. Can't wait. Moving on to the scoring in game mode changes. Looks like Respawn are trying to encourage people to play the objective more in hardpoint domination, because capturing a hardpoint now scores you 250 points instead of 150. If you're assisting capturing, you get 100 instead of 75. Neutralizing gets 150 instead of 50. Assisting and neutralizing is up to 75 from 25. For the rest of the changes to hardpoint, I've linked to the article down below. For Capture the Flag, I'll read out word for word what Respawn have put here, and that's: we wanted to make sure the big payoff in CTF came from capturing the flag. Killing the carrier and then returning the flag was worth 400 points combined, while capturing the flag was worth 500 in comparison. These changes are meant to reward players who capture the flag a bit more than those who kill the carrier and then return the flag. Defense is still a very important aspect of CTF, so we wanted to make sure to keep defending points high enough to encourage playing defense. Here is a breakdown of the changes: capturing a flag from 500 points to 400, returning the flag from 250 points to 100, killing the flag carrier from 150 points to 100. So now you only get 200 points in total for killing the flag carrier and returning the flag, whereas you can get 400 points for capturing it. Now I'm running out of time here to mention all the bug fixes. So the main one is they've removed the wallhack exploit for PC. PC cheaters were able to modify their local configuration files to enable a sort of wallhack cheat using legit game code. We've closed the exploit that they were using. The last thing I wanted to mention was coming soon in future updates. A selection of improvements that will be released in an upcoming update. More custom loadout slots with custom slots per game mode. Ability to rename custom loadout slots. The last game summary shows the scoreboard from the previous match. Additional customization options in private match. Better 120Hz monitor support. Pickup prompt for amped weapons appear in a different colour than for normal weapons. Enhanced interaction with challenges. You will be able to review your challenges by the following criteria: completed in a previous match, most progressed in your previous match, almost completed overall. Scoreboard icons will reflect 3 new states: player evacuated, player dead with Auto Titan still alive, and player alive with Auto Titan still alive. So that sums up the main points that I wanted to cover. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the patch notes and which features you're most looking forward to. If you want to support the channel, please leave a like and click the subscribe button. See you soon, YouTubers, and until next time, stand by for Titanfall.